Hello there, friends and followers from around the world. This is Q8Pilot, your host for today's show. It's very good to be here after a while of being away from streaming. I think it's been a couple of weeks now. So we are back today. I want to welcome all of you guys. We've got with us Stan, Jeremy, Fly As You Dream. We've got Leaf. Hello there, my friend. Greetings from Kuwait to all of you. Hovnav, we've got Drishal, Conductor Harley, I believe, Mondo, KB, hello there, my friend, and welcome everybody to this stream. Today we are going to be flying a fictitious livery, the Austrian Airlines A350 service from Chopin in Poland to Vienna. So our flight is going to be approximately 49 minutes of airtime. Of course, that does not include the prep, which is going to take a little bit of time. So I do want to get started quite quickly here, just in the interest of time. As a reminder, there is a giveaway currently going on. It will entitle you to win a gift certificate from the X-Plane org store equivalent to the price of the Flight Factor A350. So here is your chance. If you've been wanting the A350, the giveaway will entitle you, one of you, to get the A350. But of course, if you choose to pick something else from the store, that's completely up to you. The gift certificate will be, though, in the equivalent amount of the A350 by Flight Factor. Hector, hello there, my friend. Rav21, welcome. David, we've got Timothy with us today. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the stream. All right, so we are, this, by the way, this scenery is that of the Dworsky, if I said that correctly. It's a nice scenery of Chopin Airport. It's kind of cloudy here, so visibility is not that great, but as you can see here, this is a nice scenery of the airport, quite detailed, not very detailed, but you know, it's acceptable, I think. And of course, I have the city as well. Yeah, it's a nice scenery. So we are going to head to the cockpit, and this is the updated A350, and I've got also the texture mod installed for it, as well as the sound pack, the Mango, I believe, sound pack. And I will tell you my thoughts on the sound pack as we go. Omar on, hello there, my friend, and welcome. Leon, welcome. And we've got, is it Seven? Sven, welcome to the stream. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. We are going to turn on the batteries first. So we're going to head over here. Battery 1, emergency battery. All the batteries can go on. And we can also turn on the gens, bus tie, gens, and we can head back now and set up our fuel and passengers. So we are going to bring up the, let's see here. We're going to bring up the explain 11. Let me see here. There we go. Output folder, operational flight plans, and this is our flight plan today. So we are carrying about 11,800 kilos, so 12,000 kilos of fuel should be sufficient. And yeah, everything else here looks good. So let's start configuring things here. So we are going to go to ground services, doors, and we're going to just click on load configuration. And we're going to go to ground equipment and select auto config. And it's going to put all the ground equipment required for us to set up this flight. It looks like you guys are already entering the giveaway, so you have an hour from now to enter the giveaway. So here we go. We are going to go to airplane and passengers, and we're just going to select middle. About 170. Let's check here and see. Zero fuel is about 167, so that's close enough. So we're going to say implement, and then we're going to go to fuel, and let's see here. Middle, that's a lot, so we don't need all of that fuel, but I'm going to say implement, and there is some sort of a bug. So here, we're going to say 12,000 here, 12,000. Actually, it's not 12,000. All right, let's head back here. All right, so trip is for, we're just going to say 5,000. So 5,000 here. And for the alternate, oh, come on. All right, so for alternate, it's about 3,000. So we're going to put 3,000 here. Contingency, we're just going to put final reserves, we're going to put 2,500. And we're going to add another for APU time, 20 minutes to remain, that's fine. And we're going to say implement. All right, let's make sure that there is one message that we get here. It's fine, we're not getting it now, or maybe it's down there, we'll see it, we'll check it later. So we have the fuel, we have, let's set up the lighting in the cabin right here, and the cabin looks good. We'll worry about the performance calculator later on. All right, so the next thing, let's remove this for the time being, and let's head over to the overhead panel. Now, with the A350, just make sure all the whites are off. So we're going to start from bottom to top, left to right. So there we go, that's done, and we're going to set the adheres to nav mode, turn on all the cabin equipments and lights and all that good stuff. We're going to head over here, and we are going to turn on the nav lights on, and let's see here, mode here, cabin pressure, all looks good here, and we're going to turn on all these buttons here. Set that to auto. We're going to set the temperature to right here. Keep the passengers warm. Let's go ahead and start the master APU. And we're going to turn on all these. Yeah, we don't have, I believe, the ground power on. So we'll just wait for the APU. That's fine. All right, let's head over here. Everything looks good here, and we're going to come down here. We're going to turn on the cargo air conditioning system, and we're going to set it right over here. And then the rest of all these ground hydraulics, ventilation, I guess. And that's off. APU generator is on. Okay. And everything else looks good. Let's take a look down here, and the APU seems to be starting. APU is available, and APU bleed is now turned on, and the air conditioning system is on. Our passengers are happy. Okay. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to head over here and make sure VHF1 is selected. And the passengers for passengers announcements is selected as well. Now, of course, you've noticed that the sounds are different from the default A350, and that's because we've got the Mango sound pack. Now, I think the sound, I think the sound pack is okay. It does change things, but I don't think it's worth its price, to be very, very honest with you guys. So. Yeah, while it does, bring a different level of immersion to the aircraft, $17 I think is a bit, it's overpriced in my view. But let's see here who's with us. We've got, let's see here, Bubblegum SG. Hello there, my friend, and welcome. We've got Tizian. Hello there. And we've got Flying for Fun. Hello there, my friend, and welcome to the stream. Okay, let's turn on the systems here. All right, systems are turned on, and we don't need everything here. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and lock the cockpit door. Amari, hello there, my friend. Sim Aviation, welcome to the stream, my friend. All right, now we are going to head over down here to the, let's see, FMS, active flight plan. All right, let's go to initialization. Flight number today is Austrian Airlines 2574, my favorite number. And we are flying today from Echo Papa Whiskey Alpha to Lima Oscar Whiskey Whiskey. And cruise level, let's check our cruise, 34,000 feet. Let's enter that, 34,000. The cost index today for our flight is 23. 23 is set. Let's head over to the IRSs and say align RS and return. And nav IDs, fuel and load, that's perfectly fine. Takeoff, let's see here. All right, so here we're gonna do flaps 1 for departure today. And we're gonna head over here and go to the performance calculator. We need to have the flight plan first. So we are going to be departing today runway. Let's take a look here. Runway 30, is it 33? Am I on the right plan? Because I think we had a different, all right, so let's go ahead and select runway 33. And the SID is the even Alpha 4 Kilo. Alpha 4 Kilo, there is no transition. Insert, insert, and then from Avina, we're gonna take airway, November 744. So we're going to select the airway here, and November 744 to Tucson, or Tusson. There we go. And we are then going to take Mike 984 to Mykov, or Mikov. All right, and that is done, and then it's our arrival into, so let's enter that here, and let's see here. So that's Vienna, arrival. We are going to be arriving runway 34, and the approach is an ILS approach via the map for November. Star is the Mikov 7 Whiskey, which is this one here. Right, no transition. Insert and insert. All right, let's check for discos. And ladies and gentlemen, there are no discos. All right, we can check our flight plan real quick. So let's do that. And if we step through, if we go all the way back here, looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? Yeah, so we've got a standard departure out of Chopin here in Poland, runway 33, and then it's a left turn. Everything is looking fine and dandy. Okay, let's head back to the initialization now. Just make sure everything's good here, and we are going to go to the takeoff performance. Now we should be able to enter, so I'm just going to put 0 here. Flap setting, flaps 1, and voila, there we have it. We've got our V1, V-rotate, and V2, 137, 137, 14. Flex temperature is 57. Okay, let's go ahead and put this back on arc, and we are going to put 137, 137, and what was the last one? 140. 140. Flex temperature is 57. And we're done. All right, everything looks good here. All right, so let's see who's with us now. We've got a few more folks joining the stream. We've got Code King, Paul, G Artist. Welcome, my friends. And be sure to enter the giveaway so that you don't miss the chance to possibly win a copy of the Flight Factor A350. Or if you choose, of course, to get something else, that's, of course, up to you. But yeah, I think we are pretty much ready here. So let's turn on the anti-skid system. And then we are going to head over to controls here and turn on all our controls. There we go. Weather system. And let's see, auto for our transponder, TARA. Just so that we don't forget it. And yeah, all is looking good. FMS and flight plan. All right, there we go. Everything looks good now. And hello there, Omar. How are you doing? Okay, so we are looking good. We are going to grab the altimeter real quick from the weather page. Let's see here. Next one. There we go. And the altimeter, as you can see here, we have 250.02 knots departure, 6,000, broken at 800, and then the temperature is 7 Celsius, and QNH is 1024. 1024, and 1024 on this side as well. 1024, 1024. Okay, so we are looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to set our altitude to our final cruise altitude of 34,000 feet. That's a bit too much. There we go. 34,000 is set, and we are now ready to close the doors and head over to the runway, which is runway 33. So runway 33, if we look at the aircraft, is, let's see here, I believe that is runway 33 right there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's runway 33. All right, so let's plan our pushback. We're going to go to better pushback. We're going to say start
push. Hey, Captain,
push.
let me know where you want this thing.
You know what? Maybe we just, you know what? Let me just cancel the pushback. We're just going to go straight, make a left turn, and head over to the runway. All right, so we're going to turn on our beacons, and everything else looks good here to me. All right, let's go ahead and kill the ground services. So let's see here. Ground services, doors. All right, close all the doors. Ground equipment. We're going to remove stairs, passenger, fuel, and luggage loader. We are all good to go, ladies and gentlemen. Everything looks good here. All right, so let's go ahead and start the engine number 2. Engine mode selector. And engine number 2 is now starting. It's got a nice roar there. I'm not sure about the external sounds, but the internal sounds are quite nice. Alrighty. Alright, we're good to start the engine number 1. right, here we go. Engine number 2 is now coming up. Or, beg your pardon, engine number 1. Yeah, this aircraft has been there for a very long time. Probably one of the oldest aircraft made for X-plane, and it has only recently received updates. And yeah, I do think that it is a to config test. All right, so let's arm the speed brakes and flaps 1 for departure. Engine mode selector to normal. And let's see here. We don't need the APU bleed. APU master is off. And we're going to turn on nose light to taxi runway. Turn off lights. And no, not the wing lights. There we go. And what's going on here? All right, there we go. APU gen. All right, everything looks good, folks. We are ready to release the parking brake. So we're going to do the flight check. Full up. Full down, full left, full right, pedal, full right, full left, neutral. We're good to go. All right, let's release the parking brake. What joystick do you use? I'm currently using the Alpha flight controls. So that's the kind of the default flight equipment that I use now with the Thrustmaster TCA at times when I'm flying an Airbus like we are now. All right, here we go, folks. Yeah, we're just gonna run through these trucks here. It's a pretty tight spot, so there we go. Rafal, hello there, my friend from Poland. Welcome. Alex, welcome to the stream. I think there is a taxiway here that will take us right to the runway, so there we go. Yeah, that's the runway. We could actually go a bit farther down there and go to runway 33 from that point, simply because we're going to need some runway. Well, actually, that's fine. We're not too heavy. Hello there, my friend from the UK. Welcome. All right, here we go. All right, takeoff test. There we go. All is good. Speed brake is armed. To config is normal. And there we go. There's an aircraft here that will probably hit us. All right, strobes are on. Landing lights are on. Logo lights on auto. Yep, that aircraft definitely wants to exit the runway, and it can. It will stop. That's traffic global. Approaching. So it's quite unfortunate to see something like this, but hey, what can we do? Right, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, it's just really ruins the immersion there when you see something like that, but that's fine, I guess. All right, folks, here we go. We are at runway 33. We are cleared for takeoff. So, 50%. Stable. Manflex, SRS, and runway. And we need to put the aircraft on the center line, so let's do that. There we go. I was actually doing this with my car this morning. Just kind of, you know, imagining that I'm on a runway. All right, here we're coming up to B1.
B1.
All right, and rotate. Alrighty. Positive brake, gear is going up. Visibility is pretty bad, isn't it? Yeah, we can't really see anything, can we? All right. And we are at climb thrust. And we can now, ladies and gentlemen, engage the autopilot. Autopilot 1 is engaged. Very nice scenery of the city here. And our friend from Poland can probably tell us if this looks accurate or not. But it looks pretty okay, I think. No, these are not the volumetric clouds. These are the clouds that ship with X-Vision. So that's the impressive with Lua preset. But it looks pretty good, yeah. Look at that. What do you guys think? I think it looks pretty okay. All right, everything is looking good. We are continuing our climb now to 34. Ooh, flaps retracted. And now we can continue our climb to 34,000 feet, which is our final cruise altitude for our flight today. And we can increase the range here a little bit. There we go, 40 nautical miles. And we are looking good, ladies and gentlemen. I never fly above Warsaw, so I can't tell. Oh, okay. All right, so we are now climbing to our cruise altitude, and everything is looking pretty good. Just a quick reminder that the giveaway is still going on, folks. So if you fancy getting the A350, just type exclamation giveaway, and that should put you in the raffle to win. All right, transition altitude set to standard on both sides. There we go. Just look at that view. That is a screenshot moment right there. All right, we are approaching 10,000 feet, and we are going to turn off the landing light, wing light, runway turn off light, and the nose light as well. We can leave. Actually, let's turn off the logo lights. Strobe, beacon, and nav can remain. By the way, when you get the sound pack, the Mango sound pack, there is an option to disable the passengers and the you know, annoying flight attendant that keeps, you know, nagging, and I've chosen to do that. Oh, we need to disarm the speed brakes. All right, speed brakes are disarmed, and as usual I forgot the clock, so the clock is now turned on, and we are on our way to Vienna. Alrighty, exciting. And So there is, I've made a couple of videos in the past week, and I've noticed that there hasn't been really much interest in those videos. Now I'm not sure if it's really the lack of interest or YouTube has done something for anything flight simulation. Generally speaking, I've looked around and just about all the content creators creating flight simulation videos have had a decline in viewership, especially for recorded videos. So I'm probably going to be going the streaming route more so than recorded videos. But you know, I'll see. Unless something comes out that requires a proper review, then of course I will make a recorded video. But that's one thing, of course. The other thing is, I'm not sure where all those content creators came from all of a sudden, but there is just thousands, maybe hundreds or thousands of them right now creating content mainly for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is fine. I think it's good to have variety. I think it gives you guys a lot of options to you know, pick what you want to see, and I've seen some really good content on YouTube lately from, you know, beginners. But yeah, I think the flight simulation scene has definitely changed a lot with Microsoft Flight Simulator after the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm not sure if it has changed to the better or worse, but I'll tell you this. Microsoft, there was a lot of hype for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It was the thing for the flight sim community for a very long time, throughout the alpha, throughout the closed beta, and as the release of the sim came out and everybody started using Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think a lot of people were disappointed with what the sim offers in terms of flight model and actual variety of airliners and how those airlines actually handle. And so that's of course good news for those who like X-Plane, because X-Plane remains very sturdy, very strong, very competitive. Again, with the Vulcan update, Vulcan Metal update, I think it brings in a lot of performance improvements to X-Plane, which makes it the favorite sim for many out there. Of course, it does not stand a chance when it comes to the eye candy of Microsoft Flight Simulator. There is just no way you can compare them out of the box. However, that said, you know, with Ortho 4XP or Orbex and, you know, a few tweaks here and there, I think it looks pretty good. It looks very convincing. X-Plane, that is. So yeah. Let's see here. Let me answer a few questions. I have a questions. I'm getting some weird water bugs in X-Plane, like I have some trash green squares all over the place, and I'm on 11.5. If you have any ideas, but also I have brown water bug. Wow. Man, I tell you, I haven't seen this before. But if you can send me some screenshots so I can kind of relate to what you're talking about. So if you can send me a couple of screenshots showing this bug on info@Q8Pilot.com, I will be more than happy to take a look for you and let you know. Okay, let's see here. Guys, please be sure to join the SimWings community and support them. They're a community created by flight simmers for flight simmers. They're a bunch of really nice folks, and they exist for a very good cause. They help promote flight simulation and provide you know, PCs that are built for flight simulation for those who are less fortunate of us around the world. So please do make sure that you check out their website, and if you wish, if you so wish, you can donate something to them and help them with their cause. Kai Parker, let's see here. Just flew the Magnite for the first time. It's very nice. Yeah, the Magnite is all right. I personally don't like it. Well, it's not that I don't like it, I just don't think it's worth its price. I think it's overpriced still to date, so it needs some work. Let's see here. Alrighty. Okay, so let me just, there's an aircraft flying right there. How come we don't see it here? Maybe it's too far from... Alright, let's go and let me just give you a quick update on the giveaway. Let's see here. Alright, let's check. Alright folks, so far we've got 33 users who have successfully entered the giveaway, and we've got about 20 minutes left before the end. So if you haven't done so, please go ahead and type exclamation giveaway without any spaces, and that should put you in the raffle to win the A350, or actually the equivalent gift certificate amount to purchase it. Or of course, if you already have the A350, you can always go for something else. Okay, so what do you think of the upcoming Flight Factor 787? Well, let me tell you this. Flight Factor has created a lot of very good aircraft, very good airliners for X-Plane. The 757, the 777 needs work, but after the 777, you know, we've seen the 757, the 767, we've seen the A320, and the A320 is probably the signature aircraft for Flight Factor. It is one of the best airliners for X-Plane. It is very immersive, very well made, bit heavy on the frames, yeah, but I think it's one of the best airliners alongside a few others like the XCG. So I am very excited about the 787 by Flight Factor. I think it's going to be, if not a study level, I think it's going to be comparable to the quality wing 787 created for P3D. Speaking of P3D, I was a little bit, I was excited about P3D version 5.1, which seems to address a lot of issues. I haven't tried it yet. I've downloaded the installer, but I haven't had time to download it. So yeah. What is this guy doing? Huh. All right. All right, I'm not sure what this guy was doing, but he's gone on timeout. So let's see if he learns the lesson. Okay. I have a problem that when I am at Vienna, there is only grass. So that is something that would indicate a problem with the order of your scenery in the scenery INI pack file. So I would recommend that you get X Organizer, because it will automatically scan and correct all the problems for you. But it looks like, yeah, you need to change the location of those entries for Vienna, and things should be okay. Hello there, Emma. How are you doing, my friend? By the way, guys, Emma is one of the best livery makers in the flight sim community. When she gets her hand on the brush and she makes liveries, she makes really great liveries. Welcome, Emma. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for your support. Really appreciate it. What do I do with the tickets? Okay, so normally, folks, what happens with the tickets is that, are we at 30? Yeah, we're almost at our cruise altitude. So the tickets normally is when you are watching my streams, you will earn tickets. The tickets is supposed to be a means of giving an advantage for those who are subscribed to the channel and watch the streams, enter the giveaway. So at the moment, they don't do anything, but as much as you guys accumulate, I have something in mind that I'm going to reward guys with the highest tickets with something in the near future. So by all means, just keep the tickets. Don't worry about them for now. You will be rewarded in due course. I'll leave it there. All right, let's see here. All right, we're getting there to 340, and here is a shot from the outside. We've got a few clouds. This aircraft looks really, really good. I mean, it looks good, definitely. We've got the wing flex there. Nicely modeled. Livery is quite nice as well. Yeah. All right, folks, we have leveled off at our final cruise altitude of 34,000 feet. And by the way, we never switched on the seatbelt signs. So yeah. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think that I have not configured the VIN overlay. So, all right, well, never mind. Yeah, I don't think I have. So you're probably getting some ticker here without any information. Yeah, sorry about that. It's too late now because I would have to stop the stream to turn it on, but that was my bad. All right, let's see here. Okay. We just increase the range a bit. That's the top of descent. All right, there we go. So we're still quite away from the top of descent mark. We can increase the speed, but yeah, let me answer a few of your questions and then we'll check on the giveaway. And hey Q8, could you do a review of the MB339 jet in MFS 2020? Well, I sure, I'll take a look. I don't promise you. I'm not too, you know, I'm not too familiar with jets, so I can't really give a lot of opinion on jets, but Natalie Matthews trying to enter the giveaway. All right, so I'm not sure what is wrong with this guy. Let's see here. All right, so we've removed this guy. Yeah, I just removed the guy. I'm not sure what his problem is, but yeah, he's gone. All right, so let's check quickly here on the giveaway. I will tell you guys how much more time we've got, and let's see here. All right, we've got about 11 minutes left, folks, and we have so far, let's see, 46 users have entered the giveaway with about 11 minutes remaining. So again, this is your chance, folks. If you want to enter the giveaway and win the gift certificate, that will have an equivalent amount it will qualify you to purchase the A350, but of course, you know, you could purchase something else if you don't want to purchase the A350. All right, so I've been approached by one of the loyal supporters to the channel to take a look at FS2 Crew, the light version created for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think that's something worth taking a look at. And it looks like they've created also an Airbus voice control with button control FS2 crew for the Airbus. Now the Airbus in the in Microsoft Flight Simulator, I think is a good aircraft. I think it's probably the best airliner out of the three. The 787 and the 747 I just don't care for at all. But with the mod, with the fly-by-wire project, I think the Airbus is shaping up nicely now. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, it's still, I mean, still when you come to land the aircraft, it feels very weird, and there's this oscillation in almost all the aircraft in Microsoft Flight Simulator that really irritates me a lot. But yeah, I mean, I think Alright, I've lost track of the chat. Let me see here. Alright, let's go here. Right. So yeah, it's very promising to see all these, you know, all the mods coming out for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's good to see that developers are really doing a lot to you know, to bring this sim to life. But at this point, I think I'm sticking with X-Plane for the most part. I do fly Microsoft Flight Simulator, don't get me wrong, it feels good, it looks good, especially with general aviation aircraft and the Airbus, and that's about it. Yeah, I like the Cessna 152, and the Airbus, you know, the most in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The sim looks absolutely fabulous, though. I mean, the eye candy is second to none. The depiction of, you know, rain, the clouds, the autogen, everything just looks fabulous. All right, so Natalie Matthews, I have 900 worth of payware. So is that for X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator? Emma says, I think FS 2020 is good, but there are several things that need to be fixed. I agree with that. You end up now with CPU bottlenecks. Absolutely. This is where the performance problems come from. GPU tech is fine, but not CPU. I completely agree with you, Emma, on that. Yeah, I think that's spot on. Yes, it is very good for IFF4 VFR. I agree. Let's see here. All right, so we continue our way to now, by the way, as you can see here, this is where we're going to begin this is the top of descent, so we're actually not too far from the top of descent now. So why don't we head over to the performance or preferences page and start entering the destination data. Laysom just donated $10. Thank you very much, my friend, for your support to the channel. I really appreciate your generosity and support. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate it. What do you think, Captain, about the upcoming PMDG 737 and Quality 7800? Oh, I am really dying to see this the PMDG 737 in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I think it's going to be something, and with all the realism, you know, that we've seen as far as the visuals are concerned, I think it's going to be probably one of the best, you know, 737 for a flight simulator. But I'm not going to get my hopes too high for now. We'll wait and see. All right, so we are going to bring up the flight plan here, or our operational flight plan, and we're going to look up the information for Vienna. As you can see here, we have 310 degrees 5 knots, so 310 and 5 knots here, and outside temperature is 14 Celsius, and QNH is 1023, VAP 137, transition altitude is done. Everything here looks good to me. We are good, folks. We're gonna go back to our flight plan. And as you can see now, this is the top of descent right here. So we're not too far now from the top of descent point. As you can see, if we decrease the range to 80, we can still see it, so we're not too far now. Okay, so everything is good. We can close our Avitab tablet. Ja Bongo Fed, welcome to the VVIP membership at the Q8Pilot channel. I thank you very much, my friend, for your support and for being a member. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. Air Maximus, which airliner do you prefer? Well, there are a lot of airlines that I like for X-Plane, but for Microsoft Flight Simulator, no, just the Airbus. The Zibo for X-Plane is, you know, it really is one of the best airliners, and it's totally free, constantly updated. It's got, you know, all the modern features of a 737 is available there. So yeah, it's one of the best. I believe version 3.34 just came out a few days ago. And already a few more updates to fix a few things. So yeah. All right, let's take a look here at the outside here as we approach Austrian airspace. Looks pretty good. Now, in my view, you know, this doesn't look that bad, if you ask me. And by the way, I've got the Mr. X6. I forget what it's called, but these are his textures. I think it looks pretty good. Of course, nothing like Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I think it still looks good. Remember when Q8 said that he was stopping YouTube last Christmas? I was so upset, so glad that you came back. Well, thank you very much, my friend. I'm glad to be back. And yeah, I know that I probably haven't been creating as much content as I used to. But yeah, sometimes, you know, life dictates other necessities where you have to kind of attend to it. So hopefully I will have a little more time on my hands in the future and create more content. Okay, so we are getting close to top of descent. We're gonna switch this to 40 nautical miles. So we're probably some 45-50 nautical miles at best before top of descent. And all looking good. I'm not sure why the frames are suffering a little bit. You know what? Let me bring up the frame counter and see. Yeah, I'm wondering why, you know, the frames are so low. That's strange. But yeah, this aircraft is actually a bit heavy on the frames, I've noticed. Shift 4, show the Shift 4 camera. Yeah, there we go. I've got actually a few views created with X camera, but it has caused some crashes earlier in a test flight, so I was trying to keep away from that during this flight. So thank you very much, Stan. Appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy these live streams. Yeah, family and work played a factor. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. And here's the flyby. I'm not sure about you guys, but I don't like the external sounds of the sound pack whatsoever. It's nice as you start the engines, but I just don't like the external engine sounds of the aircraft. I'm looking for an Airbus in X-Plane 11. Could you give me some advice? Well, there are 3 Airbuses. All 3 are worth it in my view. You've got the Flight Factor A320, the Tolus A319, and the Tolus A321. Those are the 3. Of course, you've got the A350, if that's what you if you like Airbus. But if you put those 4 aircraft, I would probably tend to go with the A321 by Tolus or the Flight Factor A320 if I'm on a budget. But that's just me. I mean, it depends really on your preference. But those 3 are probably the top Airbuses for X-Plane 11. Yeah, the engine sounds are just really terrible. You can no longer enter the giveaway. Oh, it looks like the giveaway is over now. So whoever entered the giveaway will get the chance. As soon as we land at Vienna, we're going to run, you know, our random thing and get the winner. Let me check a few things here. Sorry, I'm just checking. Let's see. All right. So we are getting close to top of descent, ladies and gentlemen, and we are now probably in Austrian airspace. So we are going to. No, that's not what we wanted to do. We are going to reduce our altitude here to 3,000 feet. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the platform altitude for runway, was it 34 at Vienna? So we are looking good, and let's see here. As soon as we hit the mark, we are going, let me reduce this to 20 nautical miles. As you can see now, we're pretty close to the top of descent mark. So we're looking good, and we approach the, by the way, this aircraft's got a full checklist here, and it is interactive. So if you actually click on something and you haven't configured it properly, it will show in red. If you've done it correctly, it will show in green. So yeah, absolutely, you can do this checklist. Quite useful if you're not very familiar with this aircraft. But my advice to you on this Airbus is just turn everything on. No whites, and just click all the buttons, and then you're good to go. Yeah. Right, lost my iPad here. Right, here we go. I prefer the Tolus. It's because it's possible to save and restore flights. Yeah, that's a very good feature on the Tolus, and it actually served me very well during one of the streams. So yeah, it's definitely, if you want a flyable A330 by the Aerosoft for P3D, yeah, the A330 by P3D for P3D by Aerosoft is actually a pretty good aircraft. Study level A330, and yeah, that makes 2 of us, Drishal. I would definitely love all the airlines to be study level in Microsoft Flight Simulator. All right, so let's go ahead and initiate descent. There we go, and we are now descending. Wasn't right in time, but we should be fine. Alright, and let's see where we are. We're actually quite away from the airport. We still have this funny stuff to do here. So I think we should be fine. Yeah, we're gonna do some strange turns here. The problem is the TOLUS. I always have solid 60 FPS with Flight Factor A3. Yes, definitely. So the Flight Factor, the drawback or the difference between the Flight Factor and the TOLUS is the Flight Factor is more demanding on your computer resources, but it looks better in my view. But the A321, there was a recent update to the TOLUS A321. Let me tell you guys, the sounds, the textures, everything looks fabulous. Really looks amazing. It's very, very close to the Flight Factor A320 in terms of the quality, if you ask me. So the visuals, the sounds, definitely worth it if you like Airbus. And the A321, of course, has a longer range than the A320. So, yeah. I think you'd really enjoy the A321 by TOLUS. You should try the Fearless TU154. It's also very study level. Absolutely, yes. I've tried it. It's underrated plane, quite expensive, but worth the money. I totally agree with you, Rafal, on that. The Fearless TU154 is definitely study level aircraft. Takes a huge learning curve to just start the aircraft from its cold and dark. It's very laborious, I must say, to start the aircraft and fly it, but it's quite enjoyable. I think Flight Deck to Sim has done a full flight with that aircraft. Quite enjoyed the stream. Really good aircraft. So definitely, yes, I totally agree with you there on the Fearless aircraft. All right, folks, we keep descending now to 3,000 feet, which is our platform altitude. Everything is looking good. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and turn on the landing system now on both sides. There we go. Right, we're looking good. We are at Takeoff here. Yeah. I think we don't have anything to worry about in terms of clearing the required altitude for this flight. As you can see here, we're looking good. We're right on the path, on the descent path. There is no deviation at this point. If there was a deviation, you'd see the green line, and you'd see a dotted line showing your descent path. And if that path is above, it means, you know, that's not good. If it's below, it means you're descending too fast. So there is a good point of reference there for you to, here, you can see it better here. So this is showing, you know, that our descent rate is pretty good for our current altitude, and descent rate is spot on. There we go. So yeah, I like those pop-ups as well. So you know, it's very clear. You can see. I think they've done quite a bit of work with the TOLUS. Sorry, with the A350. You've got again the terrain radar there. Right. Let's decrease our range to 40. There we go. And we are now descending through 25,000 feet to 3,000. Anthony Ashley, hello there, my friend. I just spotted you there in the stream. Welcome. And yeah, let's take a look at the outside. Now look at that, folks. That looks pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it's not like Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I think it still looks reasonably well, reasonably realistic. And I know that Laminar Research is working on a new weather engine, a next generation weather engine for X-Plane. So hopefully they'll surprise us before the end of the year, if not hopefully by Q1 of next year, that we'll see something you know, really nice from Microsoft, from Laminar Research. overall is looking good. Yeah, definitely X-Plane is amazing, and X-Plane 12 is coming out soon, I think. By the way, I am using XP Realistic in this video. Just look at that. That looks fantastic. I just use Active Sky XP with default clouds. I'm actually not using anything. I'm not using anything for weather generation. I'm using built-in weather generation of X-Plane 11. You know, folks, when it comes to weather, as long as I get reasonably realistic weather, I don't seem to care too much about all the features in Active Sky and all that, you know, other stuff. You get reasonably good weather depiction with the built-in engine by X-Plane. In some areas the turbulence is not that great, and then there are a few issues here and there, but overall I think it's I think it's okay, not really a big deal. All right, we are descending through 20,000, folks, to 3,000, and I don't think I remember the QNH 1023. All right, no significant change in the last couple of hours, or in the next couple of hours, so everything is looking good, and we are still good in terms of our descent. We are through to 19,000. Let's see here. Yeah, we are actually looking pretty good. There we go. Yeah, you've got still quite a way before we intercept the localizer. So let's switch there. So what do you guys think? Do you guys want to see more videos, or do you want to see more live streams? I mean, I'd like to create content that you guys like to watch, and definitely streams is something I'm starting to enjoy. And it's, to be completely honest with you guys, it's a lot less work than really creating a video, because the video requires editing, and you know, you make mistakes. I mean, I do make mistakes on the streams as well, but guess what? You know, there isn't much that I can do to correct it other than apologize and move on. But when you're doing a video, it definitely takes a lot more effort to produce a video. So if you guys, I think last time in the last stream, a couple of you told me that they prefer streams. I love the reviews you do, always unbiased. Thank you very much. Yeah, I will definitely do reviews of anything new that comes out. I do watch, by the way, you can make suggestions on my Discord channel if you want me to review something specific. Then I'll always take a look. I'll always take a look. Sometimes, by the way, some of you guys have asked me to review products, and when I go and look at the product, it doesn't really qualify for a review, but I actually go and purchase the product because I really want to give you my honest feedback. So even if it's one person, and even if it's Payware, that's perfectly fine with me. I'm more than happy to purchase the product and take a look and let you know if I think you should get it or not. So that's perfectly fine. So not everything that is suggested on my Discord channel actually goes into the making. but I try as much as possible to answer your question as honestly and as unbiased as I can, tell you whether you should buy this product or not. So one of which I believe was the Mango sound pack for this aircraft. I believe somebody's asked on my Discord channel. There is a review channel there, and someone has asked if what I thought of it. So I went in and purchased the sound pack, and I told him, yeah, the sound pack is fine, but in my view, it's not worth the money. $17 is a lot of money for this sound pack, in my view. Apologies, of course, to the developer. I'm sure that he's put his heart out into it, but I just think the price is a bit too steep. Have they updated this A350? Yeah, so this is the latest version of the A350. It's got the Vulkan support and all that good stuff now. So yeah, definitely the texture, all the textures are updated. So some of the visuals, some of the issues in the FMC, and it's got the sits and stars. So yeah, it's looking good. All right, we are down to 13,000 feet to 3,000. We're looking good, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see here. The A350 needs texture work. Yeah, definitely. By the way, these are modded textures, so these are not the textures that ship with the aircraft. So you'll notice that the gray here is a bit darker than the default aircraft. But yeah, it definitely needs. Let's go to 20. There we go. Right, we're looking good. And we are at 12,000. As you can see here, there is a restriction, I believe. Another one here, but we're looking just fine. So John is asking the A350 or the A300. Oh, I believe you're referring to the in-builds A300. Oh, definitely the in-builds, the ionized build A300 would be my choice between those two aircraft. The ionized build is probably the best airliner of the year for X-Plane. So in 2020, it's probably the best airliner. Not the best airliner ever for X-Plane, but it is the best airliner in 2020 that came out in 2020 for X-Plane. That's my honest opinion. I think it's a very well-made aircraft, and by account by two real-world Airbus pilots, they actually vouch for the aircraft. They think it's very well made, and the simulation is very close to the real aircraft. So it's gotten their recommendation there for sure. So, all right, folks, we are now approaching 10,000 feet. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on landing light, runway turn off lights, wing lights, and the nose light as well. Logo lights? Nah, leave the logo lights. All right. Here we go. Approaching 10,000. Still looking good. And the aircraft is now decelerating to 250 knots as we approach 10,000 feet. So it's doing the right thing at the right time, which is good. Yeah, the R9 build 300, the sounds are quite well made in my view. The 737 is without a doubt a very special aircraft, being free, being a donation aircraft, donationware. I think it's probably one of the best. Now, between the PMDG and the Zibo, by account by real-world pilot, a 737 pilot, the Zibo is slightly more realistic than the PMDG 737 in terms of the flight model. So yeah, the 737, the Zibo 737 is a very, very special aircraft. All right, so we are now approaching the turn. We are at 9,000 feet. All is looking good.
Altimeter setting.
All right, altimeter setting. We're going to just very quickly 1023. 1023 and 1023. There we go. And we can now reduce the range to 10 nautical miles. I think the X-Plane community should come together and start a global ortho project. I think there are a lot of projects out there for ortho. One of the things I really like about the X-Plane community is the fact that you know, the community effort is just phenomenal. Right, let's see here. We're going to arm the speed brakes. And let's see here. Looks like maybe we're a tad too high. But we're looking fine. Yeah, we're a bit too high, but we should be fine. All right. So we are down to 7,000 to 3,000. And we are at about 250 knots. We're looking all right. Looks like visibility is pretty bad here at Vienna. Here we go, 6,000. We're looking all right now. Right, let's see. Yeah, I'd definitely rather be too high than too low, but we are correcting our ourselves now. So we're just fine. You can see the green dot here moving towards the center there, so we're looking good. And at this point, we're going to go approach. Everything else looks good. All right. We're going to try to butter this, folks. I think I haven't done that in quite some time. So we're going to try to butter it this time. Hopefully we'll be successful. Considering that we can't see anything right now, is a bit concerning for me. But yeah, hopefully we'll do just fine. Let's see here how things progress as we go. I'm wondering why we haven't started the approach phase yet. But we'll just give it some time, and if it doesn't, then we can start the approach phase ourselves. Localizer is now captured. And Autopilot 2 is engaged. All right, let's see here. Let's go to cruise, descent. All right, looks like we are reducing the speed now. So we're looking good. QNH is set and everything else here is good to go. Visibility is pretty bad, folks, but hopefully we'll be able to do it. Please fill in the arrival cards and prepare your passports. All right, let's see here. We keep decelerating, and we are approaching 3,000 now. All right, and we're going to go to 10 nautical miles here. We're looking good. Glide slope, localizer, everything's looking good. We've got autopilot 1 and 2 engaged. Right, we're decelerating for sure. That's the green dot there.
2,000.
And that's 3,000, which is the platform altitude. Man, the visibility is just really terrible. All right, speed check, flaps 1. And you can see now the needle started moving. Right, there we go. We are looking good. Speed check. Flaps 2, and gear is going down. And we can see the runway in sight, so that's good news.
2,000.
Speed check, flaps 3. We are looking good, folks. That's the runway ahead of us now. And speed check, flaps full. All right, let's get ready. Everything's looking good. One thousand feet, ladies and gentlemen, and let's go ahead and disengage the autopilot. And my aircraft.
Approaching 3-4.
Now with this aircraft, you got to make slight corrections as it is kind of sensitive.
$500.
500 feet to go. We are looking okay.
400.
400 feet.
$300. 200. 100. 90. 80. 70. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
reverse green. And welcome to Vienna, ladies and gentlemen. Manual braking. And we will exit the runway here. Woo! That was a bit of a challenging landing. Tell you, I had to wrestle with the wind there to bring this aircraft to a safe arrival here at Vienna. But we've made it just okay. All right. Tell you what, let's go ahead and let me retract the flaps. Pretty nice scenery, huh? All right, let's go ahead and just bring the aircraft to, you know what, let's park at the gate and then we'll take a look at the replay.
Approaching 29.
Alrighty, that's our turn here, and we're gonna park at the first available spot. Visibility is really bad here at Vienna today. Yeah, there is no replay feature in Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is kind of a bummer. Tell you, this scenery is beautiful. Aircraft just departing right there. All right, let's turn off wing lights, landing lights, nose light to taxi. No, we can leave the night beacon, strobes to off, runway turn off lights to off. And we can just bring the aircraft to a complete stop here. We can turn on the APU. I think our landing was alright. It wasn't too bad. Alright, let me just park the aircraft somewhere here. Taxi camera inoperable. Oh well. You see a lot of that inop in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I'm not too bothered about it. All right, here we go. Let's just bring the aircraft to a complete stop here, and let's set the parking brake if we can find it. There we go, parking brake is set, and let's kill both engines and turn on the APU bleed and APU generator. All right, folks, we can now take a look at the replay. So let's see here. There we go. That's a control tower view. Unfortunately, due to the visibility, we can't really see much. There we go. That's a nice view right there. We'll set it right here. There we go. We're coming a bit too low. Kind of a hard landing, not too bad. Yeah, I think it's all right. All right, let me turn off all the lights here. Beacon, nav lights, and all the lights are now off. All right, so I guess you guys are ready now for the giveaway. So let's see who is the lucky winner, ladies and gentlemen. Let me head over to... All right, let's see here. Close entries. Let's see. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, let's pick a winner. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is Lesar277. Lesar277 is the winner. Congratulations, Lesar. And yeah, congratulations. Yeah, it's a good aircraft to land, definitely, without a doubt. It's a good aircraft to fly. It's an enjoyable aircraft. So, Lesar, the only thing you need to do, my friend, is send me an email on info@q8pilot.com with the email address that you use or you associate with your X-Plane org store. I will then provide you with a gift certificate in an amount equivalent to the price of the Flight Factor A350, where you can purchase the A350 with your gift certificate if that's what you choose to do, or if you'd like to purchase anything else, you will have that amount to spend at the X-Plane org store. Well, folks, I hope that you have enjoyed this stream as much as myself. I really enjoyed being with you guys, enjoyed all the interaction. And if you guys have any questions once the video is posted on the channel, please do post your questions there. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in today, and take care for now. Bye-bye.